Hello. It has been a while since I have sat in front of a camera to talk to you, and therefore I ask for your grace as I am a little bit nervous doing this today. So, the first and most important question that I have for you today is: are you a coffee person or a tea person? Let me know in the comment section below. I personally am a tea person. I don't actually drink any coffee at all. I used to when I was younger, and I had what I would call foo-foo coffee, which is coffee that has all the fixings and as many as possible. So it had a ton of sugar and a lot of cream. So, anyways, in today's video, I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about myself and my channel, where I see it going in the future. At the moment, I have 69 subscribers when I'm filming this. So I have gained about, I want to say 30 or 33 maybe, since I had taken a break back in, I think it was August that I took a break. So I have gained quite a few more subscribers since then, and I kind of wanted to reintroduce myself. So my name is Yoriko. I started my YouTube channel back in January of 2021. So I have been doing this now for about a year, but only recently in September of 2021 did I start doing a much different style of content than I had originally planned to do. My original content was a lot of cleaning videos, and if you want, you can definitely take a tour through all of those videos. I personally cringe at a lot of them because I was still learning how to talk on camera and do this whole entire YouTube thing. So if you're interested, you can definitely go watch that, but I don't make content like that anymore. I now have moved into the realm of what I would categorize as slow living content, as well as cottagecore style. So my inspiration actually came from a YouTuber named Paola with the channel The Cottage Fairy. She has an amazing channel, and I will definitely leave the link to her channel in the description below. I was originally very inspired by her content to follow a similar pathway. When I saw her content for the first time, I kind of realized that this was what I had been looking for all along, and this was the kind of content that I was really wanting to put out there, and it was really inspired by myself. So I started on this journey of more videography, slow living kind of content, and I hope that you all have been enjoying it so far. I've really enjoyed making this content a lot more than my previous style of videos. So it's been a joy for myself, and I have been so happy connecting with people around the world who have similar interests and similar passions. It's been so wonderful to see. I've made friends with people around the globe, and to me that's mind-blowing because we don't live anywhere close to each other, but we have a common interest, and that's what brings us together. So I think that has been one of the biggest joys for me changing my style of content, has been getting to know this community of slow living content creators in cottagecore style as well. So I have a number of passions and interests that I would like to share with all of you. I have already shared a number of them on my channel. Of course, one of them is videography. I love being out in nature and just taking videos and taking pictures, especially. And another one of my inspirations for starting towards this style of content was actually one of the videos that I had made very early on, which was just like, I think, a 2-minute video that was just a compilation of nature. There are some trails out at a place called the White Butte Trails, and there's just tons of beautiful nature, and I just went out there with my husband. We were working on a school project for him, so I went to help him get footage for his project, and so I was taking a whole bunch of videos of all the nature out there, and it was so fantastic. And then I took about maybe 30 minutes and compiled quite a few of the video clips into like a 2-minute, 20-second video, and I was so proud of it. And I was watching it over and over again, and I was like, wow, I really actually enjoy watching my own video that I made, which was quite an unusual thing for me, because typically I would watch my video once, and then I would just not bother watching it again, and I typically didn't enjoy watching it, in all honesty. So it was quite a change for me to actually enjoy watching my own content, and that also inspired me to start turning towards a different avenue when it came to the style of content that I was producing. Another thing that I've really started taking an interest in are different art forms. I have never considered myself an artist, but I have recently started learning how to draw, and I actually made a video about that, and I will leave that in the description if you're interested in checking it out. But for a number of years, I have set aside any sort of like artistic pursuits, and because I've just felt like I'm not an artistic person. And I have been finding out that that is actually not true, and that I am quite the artistic person. And so I'm wanting to explore this side of me a bit more, and I'm hoping to include you on this journey of exploring those different art-related things that I would be good at. And even if I'm not good at it, just trying it out and seeing what I enjoy doing. I've really taken an interest in starting to read again. I used to read so much when I was a child. I remember staying up till really late hours. My parents would definitely not approve if they knew how late I stayed up reading books, but I definitely did that for when I was quite a bit younger. But as I got older and I had gone to college, I was, reading all of the college textbooks, and I just really lost my interest in reading. But recently I have really started to look into reading again, and I am wanting to explore more classics. So right at the moment I am actually reading the book Moby Dick, and it's been very intriguing for me, mainly because the language that they use in that book is almost foreign to me, because they use such large words, or words that I was like, I didn't even know that could be an adjective or a verb or whatever. And it's very interesting to me how over the years we have really lost the vocabulary that we used to have. And classical literature is definitely something that I would like to get a little bit more into, because I would personally love to expand my own vocabulary and maybe sound a little bit more intelligent, even if not just for my own entertainment. So that's been something that's been on my mind recently as well. I also have a great love for letter writing, and actually my first video of this sort of slower living content was about the art of letter writing, and I will link that video in my description. I I don't know, there is just something about writing your thoughts out onto a page and sending it to a friend that is something that is not done anymore these days, or at least it's very rare, and it brings me so much joy. Not only does it bring me joy to receive a letter from a friend, but it brings me so much joy to actually write a letter and send a letter off to a friend. And I really do hope that my friends who receive my letters feel the love that I put into them, because I personally feel that it's one of my love languages is through words on a page, even though I know that that's not technically not one of the 5 love languages, but it is a way that I express love to my friends and family. My hope is that as I proceed with this content, that I will be able to bring joy to people's lives, bring peace to people's lives, and inspire them to start living a little bit more slowly and intentionally, to take the everyday things that we don't really consider as important and realize that they are important. I've been slowing down myself recently a lot. I'm uploading now once every 2 weeks because I was feeling very overwhelmed with my full-time job and with running a YouTube channel and trying to keep the house in order. But now that I've only been uploading once every 2 weeks, I find a lot more freedom in being able to explore those hobbies that I really want to get back into, like learning my instruments or learning how to sing. It's a traditional style of Irish singing, and I just love Irish music in general. So I'm really excited about doing stuff like that and spending time reading and baking food and all this kind of stuff. I really want to inspire people to do that. But at the same time, I myself want to make sure that I am still doing that myself and not running myself into the ground, which is why I don't upload as much as I used to. And I hope you understand that and can appreciate the fact that I myself am trying to live up to my own words of advice. I just want to say a big thank you if you have subscribed to my channel, if you like my videos, if you comment on my videos. I want to say thank you because I really do appreciate it. I love connecting with each of you, and I am hoping that someday this can be my full-time job. My mind, now that I've allowed myself to consider more of my creative side, my mind is going everywhere with thinking, oh, maybe I could make a children's book, maybe I could record my own music, and so many different ideas going through my head. And at the moment, I don't really have the time to do so, but I do think that having this YouTube channel is going to give me the opportunity to eventually be able to do those things. And your support means so much to me. And you are taking me one more step closer to my objective and my goal of being able to make beautiful, inspiring content for you as a job. And I mean, to some people that sounds like an awful thing, but I would absolutely love to be able to do this as a job. If you want to continue seeing my content, again, as I mentioned, please feel free to subscribe. And I will see you in my next video.